Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I am back with 5 family meal ideas, and these ones are all pretty easy to make as it's been very busy, so nothing overcomplicated. Nonetheless, they're still really warming and comforting, so perfect for autumn winter. And we also finished the week with a fakeaway as usual, and this week it's for TGI Fridays. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. So first up, I'm going to make a steak and Guinness pie. So I'm just cooking down all my steak pieces and onions and mushrooms and really just sweating it all down. And then I'm going to add in my ale of choice, which happens to be Guinness. I'm just going for about 1/3 of the bottle. But yeah, if it was down to me and I wasn't feeding the children, I'd put the full bottle in just to get that really punchy taste. So I like to just burn the alcohol off, give it a good mix through, and then go in with some beef stock cubes. If you've got your own beef stock, of course, add it. Give it a good mix through, make sure that there's enough liquid in it, cover it up, and then you want to leave it there until it's cooked, which is usually a good hour and a half. And then you'll see the meat is super tender and the mushrooms and onions are really soft. This is delicious. We're actually going to have it in short crust pie, and the kids are having it separately from us with a little bit of puff pastry, which seems to have lost its puff, some broccoli, and yeah, they just like eating it like this, and it's really nice winter kind of meal. So the next evening, it is just the children that are going to be eating. So I've got some chicken cooking there with some homemade pesto. This is very similar to my slow cooker recipe. I will link it down below. And we've got some pasta on, and then they're having some Pizza Express dough balls. It always has to be dough balls from there for some reason. And we're not really fussed on this tea, so it's a perfect one for the children when we have to go out. And just, there's plenty more on the hob for them, but they really enjoy it, and it's just a simple, easy tea. So the next day, I'm using a Jamie Oliver recipe that I just happened to see in Tesco's. We've got some skinless, boneless chicken thighs, a large butternut squash, and then some Thai red curry paste, and then a tin of coconut milk and some coriander. And it's really easy because it's just a tray bake, all in one kind of recipe. So I've chopped up all my butternut squash, and our chicken is still whole, and I go in with 1 tablespoon of the Thai red curry paste as per the directions. But to be honest, now I've tried this, I would go for 3 tablespoons because it just didn't have a really punchy flavour. But obviously if you're not into spicy, just stick to the 1. So once it's been in for an hour, you take it out and add in then your tin of coconut milk, giving everything a good mix, making sure that nothing's stuck to the bottom of the tray, and then sprinkle over your coriander. And then this basically goes into the oven again for another 10 to 15 minutes. And then when it comes out, you can see all the Thai has run into the coconut milk, and it's just a really nice mild sort of curry. We're just serving it with some basmati rice, and I've also got some naans and pompadums. This is everything out, so there's nothing left in the pot. That's mine and Alistair's, and then Sunny, Jude's, Dylan and Lola's. So I think this would probably serve about 3 to 4 adults. So next time I think we'll up the quantity and up the Thai red curry paste. So the next morning, I am making some leek and potato soup because it's a busy day and I want something easy. I've got some chopped celery and also some chopped up leeks, and basically it's super simple. We've got that melted butter, and I'm just adding in all the ingredients to it, and all I really want to do is sweat down all those leeks and then add in any of my seasoning and making sure to add some salt and pepper. And I'm just using some garlic granules here to make it extra easy, but obviously chop your garlic if you've time. And then we've got some chicken stock cubes. If you've got your own stock, definitely add it. It does make the world of difference. And then I'm adding enough liquid so that there will be the potatoes covered as well. And I've already peeled and chopped the potatoes. I'm just adding them in quarters, and then all you've got to do is give it a bit of a mix around and leave it on the hob, and you can go about your business while this bubbles away. It's cooked when you see it, all the brown has come through, and also the potatoes will just break away as you poke them. Now it's time to get it all blended down, so I just go in with my hand blender, but you can do it whatever way you wish. And then when it's time to serve at tea time, about 10 minutes before, I just add in a little bit of the cream. I really love this, it's indulgent. You could add more cream, but we're just making it a wee bit healthier. And then we're serving up with some bacon buddies, baby pearls with a little bit of cream, and crumbled bacon for the boys on top as well. I always feel duped when I have soup for dinner, but actually this is very filling with the potato in it, and obviously having the little bacon buddies that you can dip in as well. Then on to Friday, it's our TGI Friday fakeaway. Like I said, I'm just going to use some barbecue sauce from the cupboard and slow cook a rack of ribs. So I'm just covering that all, and I'm going to cook it for 2 to 3 hours in the oven. And then next up, for my loaded potato skins, I've got good baked potatoes, and I've just drizzled them in oil with salt and pepper. They're going to go in the oven, they're pricked obviously, for a good hour and a half. Once they're cooked, I take them out, let them cool, and for filling we're using bacon, grated cheese and some Worcestershire sauce. And basically you can go for any ingredients that you want for the inside of your potatoes, but make sure to leave a 1 centimeter circumference around the potato. That way it will hold all of the filling once you refill it up. And I didn't wait obviously, so it's super hot here, I'm using a towel. So then once they're all scooped out, I just season them up a little bit more, and they're going to go in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes until they're really nice and crisp. And as they're crisped up, they will hold all that filling really well. So with the potato, I'm just adding in my Worcestershire sauce and some seasoning. And if you like it really smooth, go in with your masher, but I just simply use the fork throughout it and like to have it with a bit of texture. And then we add in some grated cheese. If you're doing sour cream, add it in now, it's absolutely lovely as well. And then by the time I fork it all through, the cheese actually just melts. And then it's a bit of a task, it takes time, but it is really delicious. Then start to fill up all your potatoes, making sure they're all level so you have enough filling for everyone. And then really I just use up all that kind of filling, I sprinkle it all over, and then it will bake away in the oven. So that cheese and bacon on the top, you want it nice and melted. So if you're making these early, just put them in 10 to 15 minutes to serve so that they're melted. And then for sides, I've got some corn on the cob and some green beans which I've blanched, and I'm cooking them in some garlic oil. These are also really lovely with butter as well. And then I've just got the potato skins out, we've got more in the oven, some little chicken fillets here, I've got my corn in the cobs, that's a rack of ribs that I've just cut up all now with that lovely barbecue sauce, some onion rings and mozzarella dippers, these were just shop bought. And then we've got our seared green beans, and then for serving them up you could add beans, or we're having some coleslaw. And then everything's just laid down, and I love using these little cardboard boxes as well, because everyone could just layer up what the fancy, and it cuts down in the dishes too. So hopefully you really enjoyed this video. If so, make sure to give it a comment down below, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure to hit subscribe.